Hi, I'm Rosie, short for Chandra Rosina Shibirascalia, but don't worry about it. Rosie, just Rosie, is fine with me. I'm filming this from my dojo. Actually, it's a dojo that we built in our barn because we live out in the country a little bit right now. And we built this for fencing practices, but in this time of COVID, as you can see, it's kind of been used as an annex for our workshop, much more so lately. I figured I would use this opportunity today to tell you a little bit about myself before doing the Ask Me Anything series, which will be coming up shortly. Let's see. Like me, my persona is from Malta. I was born in Malta, and then my family and I moved to Toronto in Ontario, Canada, and then I moved to Boston, Massachusetts. And about 10 years ago, I moved out a little bit more in the country in Massachusetts, and I've been here ever since. I've been in the SCA for, about 22 years or so, and I've been fencing that whole time. I joined the SCA because I was very much interested in period sword fighting. And in fact, very much immediately upon starting with the SCA, I did also find a historical recreation group that had considerable overlap with the folks that I was fencing with, and started there. And as a young newbie, and also frankly as a female, I was a little bit unique in this group doing the historical fencing at that time, but I came with a very useful asset of I spoke Italian. English, in fact, is my third language. Italian was second after Maltese. And that's how I got my foot in the door, as it were, with historical fencing, was being able to translate Italian manuals. Not that the Italian manuals are all that similar to modern Italian, but at least I had a place to start. And me and my dictionaries, both Italian and Latin dictionaries, could wade our way through and translate a few plates between our meetings on Wednesday nights. I was lucky enough to be selected as a deputy to the Society Rapier Marshal about 9 years ago now. Time flies. And I served under both Ernie and Laertes. And just almost 3 years ago now, was selected to step up into the position of Society Rapier Marshal, one of the deputies to the Society Marshal. And I've just absolutely loved being able to serve in this capacity. I had a couple of main goals. One was to finally get the new rules published, rules which, frankly, I had started working on as soon as I stepped up as a deputy. The rules that we have today, which were passed last February, are very much based on even the very first set of youth rules that I had started preparing under Ierni's guidance. And in fact, some of the pictures that are in the rule book were prepared that long ago. Of course, there was a wonderful committee that was set up, and also a smaller committee to help with the review of the rules, and none of this would have moved forward without my predecessors and those committees and the society marshals who came before. But I was lucky enough that we did finally get them passed last February in my tenure. And my other goal had been that I wanted to visit every kingdom during my tenure. Not just to say hello and to let you all know that you are important in the known world, but also because I wanted to get an understanding about the culture of fencing across the kingdoms. Culture across the known world is different, but there are a lot of similarities, and it's been absolutely wonderful learning about all of the fencing communities across the known world. I was sad that when the COVID pandemic hit, I had to curtail my travels, and I was 3 kingdoms shy of completing all 20. And I had plans on how to actually get to those remaining 3. So I'm hopeful that with my term extension of at least 1 more year, that I'll be able to meet that goal and to meet as many of you as possible. So thank you very much for bearing with me, and I look forward to the questions on the Ask Me Anything.